From 2011 to 2018, the NBA witnessed a stretch of dominance we may never see again. 8 straight trips to the finals. Every year, one man stood at the top of the East, like a final boss no one could beat. His longevity was tested. His resilience was questioned. His legacy cemented. This wasn't just about winning rings. It was about endurance, evolution, and excellence, all on the biggest stage. Today, we rank all 8 of LeBron James' finals runs, from the forgettable to the unforgettable. And we're starting at the bottom. Number 8, 2018 versus the Warriors. This was the end of an era, and LeBron's most underwhelming final showing. Not because of how he played, but because there was no shot to win. In Game 1, LeBron delivered one of the greatest finals performances of all time. 51 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, against one of the greatest teams ever assembled. But all anyone remembers is the moment. J.R. Smith, forgetting the score, dribbling out the clock in a tie game. Overtime was a formality. The Cavs lost. And in the locker room, LeBron, devastated, punched a whiteboard, fracturing his right hand.
LeBron James has been playing the last 3 games with a serious right hand injury that he suffered after punching a blackboard in the locker room in Golden State following Game 1.
He'd finished the series playing injured, and it showed. There was no Kyrie, no help, just a man pushing a broken roster against a dynasty. The sweep was inevitable, but that Game 1, that was defiance. Number 7, 2011 versus the Mavericks. This was supposed to be the beginning of a dynasty. LeBron had just taken his talents to South Beach, forming the Big Three with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. They held a celebration before the season even started. Not 1, not 2, not 3.
Not 1 championships.
Not 2.
LeBron, tell us about that.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
And the pressure only built from there. Miami cruised through the East. LeBron looked poised to finally get over the hump. And up 2-1 in the finals, they looked like champions in waiting. But then it unraveled. LeBron averaged just 17.8 points per game in the series, the lowest of his finals career, and completely disappeared in the fourth quarters. Meanwhile, Dirk Nowitzki authored a legacy run. Game after game, he punished Miami with unstoppable footwork and cold-blooded fadeaways. Dallas won 3 straight to close out the series. Miami had no identity in crunch time, no closer, no answer for Dallas's resolve. And for LeBron, this wasn't just a loss. This was humiliation, the lowest moment of his career, and the turning point that forced him to rebuild himself mentally, physically, and emotionally. It hurt, but it forged what came next. Number 6, 2014 versus the Spurs. The 2014 finals were a rematch, but not a repeat. A year earlier, Miami had snatched the title in Game 7. But this time, the Spurs came back smarter, sharper, and with revenge on their minds. Game 1 became infamous. The air conditioning in the AT&T Center failed, turning the court into a sauna. LeBron, suffering severe cramps in the heat, was forced to exit midway through the fourth. The Spurs pounced and took the opener. Miami punched back in Game 2, but from there, it was a demolition. San Antonio executed nearly flawless basketball, crisp passing, endless motion, and surgical efficiency. Kawhi Leonard emerged, locking in on both ends and winning Finals MVP at just 22 years old. LeBron actually shot a career best 57.1 from the field in the series, but it didn't matter. The Spurs won 3 straight blowouts, closing the series in 5.
And the final seconds set to tick off. San Antonio is back on top once again. The Spurs are the 2014 NBA champions.
It stands as the most lopsided finals of LeBron's career, with an average margin of defeat of 14 points. It wasn't the collapse of 2011. It was just domination. And it ended an era. Shortly after LeBron left Miami, the Big Three was no more. He wasn't running from anything. He was going home to finish the story he'd started. Number 5. 2012 versus the Thunder. After Game 1, it looked like deja vu. LeBron had lost the finals just a year earlier, and now, standing in his way were not just one superstar but 3. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden were young, hungry, and fearless. OKC took Game 1 on their home floor, and the whispers began. Was LeBron about to fall short again? But this wasn't 2011. LeBron didn't disappear this time. He diagnosed the Thunder's weakness like a surgeon. He slowed the pace. He hunted mismatches. He imposed his will. From there, Miami never looked back. The Heat won 4 straight, with LeBron averaging 28.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, and 7.4 assists per game. He played with force, with poise, with purpose. Game 5, coronation. LeBron dropped a triple-double, 26, 11, and 13, and finally secured the one thing his legacy was missing: an NBA championship. It wasn't just a win, it was redemption. Number 4, 2013 versus the Spurs. LeBron's second ring didn't come easy, not even close. This was revenge. 6 years in the making. The last time LeBron faced the Spurs in the finals, 2007. He got swept. Now in 2013, he had a chance to settle the score. The series was a slugfest. The Heat and the Spurs traded blows. Game 1 to the Spurs, Game 2 to Miami, then back and forth until San Antonio led the series 3-2. Game 6? Legendary. With Miami on the brink of elimination, Ray Allen hit the most iconic shot of his career. A corner 3 with 5.2 seconds left to tie the game.
Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Overtime. Survival. Momentum shifted. Then came Game 7. LeBron James delivered one of the greatest closeout performances in NBA history. 37 points, 12 rebounds, 5 threes, and the dagger jumper that sealed the title.
James pulls up, puts it in, 4-point lead.
He didn't just get even with the Spurs. That year, he conquered them. Number 3, 2015 versus the Warriors. By the time LeBron reached the 2015 finals, he was on his 5th straight run, and back in Cleveland chasing a title for his hometown. But it was never going to be easy. Kyrie Irving played just 1 game before going down with a fractured kneecap. Kevin Love never even made it to the finals. His shoulder had been torn out of its socket in the first round. It was LeBron and the skeleton crew. Still, he went to war. Through 6 games, LeBron averaged 35.8 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. Numbers never seen before in a final series. He even had the Cavs up 2-1 before the Warriors adjusted, moving Andre Iguodala into the starting lineup and breaking the series open.
Iguodala running the floor, and another fast break opportunity.
Golden State would win the next 3 games, but LeBron's performance was so superhuman, he actually received 4 Finals MVP votes despite the loss. That tells you everything you need to know. Number 2. 2017 versus the Warriors. 2017 made NBA history. The first time the finals featured the same 2 teams 3 years in a row. But this time, the rules had changed. Golden State had added Kevin Durant. And suddenly, the team LeBron had just conquered in 2016 had become a super team for the ages. LeBron had already beaten KD back in 2012. And just 12 months earlier, he'd pulled off the greatest comeback in finals history. But not even that version of LeBron could defeat 2 MVPs in their prime, united. By Game 4, the Cavs were down 3-0. They stole Game 4 with the 137-point explosion, giving fans a flicker of hope.
As Golden State's quest for playoff perfection comes to an end tonight. And more importantly, the Cavs force Game 5 Monday in Oakland.
But Game 5 belonged to Golden State. LeBron averaged a triple-double for the series. 33.6 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. He dropped 41 in the closeout, and yet, it wasn't enough. The Warriors were too good. The dynasty had been reborn. Number 1. 2016 versus the Warriors. LeBron's 6th straight finals. But this time, it was different. Kyrie was healthy. Kevin Love was healthy. And the mission was clear. Deliver a title to Cleveland. A city that hadn't seen a major championship in over 50 years. But early on, it felt like deja vu. Golden State, fresh off of a 73-9 regular season, took 3 of the first 4 games. The Cavs were down 3-1. No team had ever come back from that deficit in the finals. Statistically, it was over. But fate had other plans. Draymond Green was suspended for Game 5, and LeBron pounced. Back-to-back 41-point games in Games 5 and 6. Then in Game 7, the defining moments. The block. The shot. The stop. Kyrie's dagger.
Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. Let's go! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
Love switch onto Curry. And LeBron, sprawled out under the rim, in tears. The Cavs completed the impossible. First finals team to come back from 3-1. First NBA title in franchise history. LeBron didn't just win a ring. He delivered a miracle. And with that, the greatest finals run of his career. Michael Jordan never made it past 3 straight finals. Steph Curry, 5 in a row. But LeBron James, 8 straight finals. 8 years as the East's final boss. Some ended in heartbreak, others in history. But every one was a spectacle, a testament to his durability, greatness, and the pressure of carrying that expectation year after year. Now it's your turn. Which of LeBron's finals runs is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, check out our breakdown ranking every Warriors playoff opponent from 2015 to 2019. More hoops history, more perspective. Right here on 3 Point Revolution.